He's reaching. So why are we drag clicking?
Drag clicking
Bro,
is
he's
overpowered.
literally drag clicking.
But if I 1v1 another drag clicker,
I
I
don't care if the prison cells are full. They deserve it.
Have you ever wondered why drag clickers somehow get these almost impossible looking hits and they just don't take any knockback? Well, there's actually an overpowered dark truth behind it. And in today's video, I'll be going over the unfairness of drag clicking and truly how broken it is. First, let's quickly go over how drag clicking is done. You drag click by lightly dragging your finger across the mouse button so it vibrates, creating rapid clicks. Minecraft counts CPS by recording the time of each click, and once a click is older than 1 second, it's removed from the list. The number of recent clicks left is your CPS. But how does that link to drag clicking? Well, suppose you click 20 CPS in 0.5 seconds and don't click for the other 0.5 seconds. That basically means for 0.5 seconds you were clicking 40 CPS. And because drag clicking is done in short bursts, it means stuff like this can happen. You actually click more than you realise, and that is actually shown on your CPS counter. This applies for any clicking method, but drag clicking is where it's amplified. Jump resetting works because when touching the ground you need a short window to reset when you're out of your hit cooldown. Drag clicking ruins that. The incredibly consistent, continuous high frequency hits means the instant you touch the ground or start the jump, they hit you again. You never get a clean reset window. The consistency never really lets you jump reset. This is why in things like scrims and mid-fights, drag clicking and double clicking are banned, because they just pretty much are impossible to beat. This means, on average, you'll take more knockback than a drag clicker, giving the illusion of them taking less KB. Also, drag clicking makes it easy to jump reset as you are clicking more consistently, giving you better hit registration in trades, making your jump resets even more deadly. Server hit reg doesn't just care about CPS, it cares about alignment. Drag clicking helps you sample more angles per second while you're micro strafing and adjusting aim. That means, as your crosshair sweeps across their hitbox, you're firing multiple legit hit attempts. This is why drag clickers can consistently get so-called reach hits. I'll explain it now. Drag clickers don't get extra reach. They get better timing at the edge of reach. That creates the illusion of longer range because they consistently land hits at exactly 3 blocks, while other players miss the window slightly. Meaning on average a drag clicker will in fact hit at further distances in a fight. Also, strafing in and out of range constantly means if you're in hit range, instantaneously you get hit. But for someone like a time clicker, they'll get 3 block hits a lot less because it's way harder to time. They still will, it's just not as consistent. Which basically means with good movement and aim, drag clickers can constantly obtain more reach than you, even though you both have the same possible reach. Something that I must mention is you need very good movement and spacing to achieve this as a drag clicker in trades. Maximizing your reach does take practice. You know how sometimes you outplay someone with a perfectly timed snowball on a side island, and somehow blocks just appear out of thin air and they somehow clutch? Well yeah, this is the type of clutch that is unfair, and only drag clicking can achieve this. What this does is it removes a little bit of skill from Skywars. Instead of dodging projectiles on side islands and using snowballs, it's kinda just who can drag click the most. Also, when it comes to running in game modes like Skywars, having a lot of CPS to spam blocks is so overpowered, but it comes with a negative effect on the Minecraft community as a whole.
Alright, Sonic, have you had any bad experiences with drag clicking before? You know, what are your opinions on it?
I don't know why, like, it should be in the game. Like, they get so much mileage off just dragging their little fingers. Like, I have to do so much to just like keep up with a drag clicker. Like even like the worst drag clicker in the world is gonna be like better than your average player. Just butterfly clicking. Like the worst experience I've had with drag clicking is when I fought Not Yakura. You know that player? Every time like I tried to do anything, like anytime I tried to go in a trade with him, like it was impossible to trade with him. I had to play so like strange.
Alright, so Hype 13, have you had any bad experiences or do you have any opinions on drag clicking as a whole?
Bro, I hate drag clickers. When I was a little kid, Yakura with his big masculine fingers just started drag clicking on me and it made me cry so bad.
Yo, what?
I was traumatized for life and I've never had the guts to fight him since. The only drag clicker I've ever beat is Zendek 6-0. So guys, do me a favor and don't drag click, you make little kids cry.
Okay, well thank you so much for telling me that heartwarming story.
Even though there are other good clicking methods that can mimic the effect of drag clicking, none of them can compare. Overall, the CPS gap between a common clicking method like butterfly and drag clicking is huge, which means there can be an inconsistency between the skill of players that just use a different clicking method. But something like DC Prevent makes CPS less brainless. It reduces the impact and also ups the skills in other areas. Because clutching with DC Prevent is very doable, but it takes more focus and pacing when it comes to your clicks, which adds more skill. You don't need drag clicking to be good. You certainly do not. Many players in the Hive Bedrock community, Traitorism, Corruption and Ryan V have become incredible without the use of drag clicking. Even renowned drag clickers like Kyle Canario are still amazing on DC Prevent. So really, skill will always come before CPS. But if a player has mastered both skill and CPS, well, they are pretty much unstoppable.